Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Blonde Cafe podcast. I'm your host, Brooke Villanueva, and I'm your 28-year-old millennial gal out here living my best life, and I'm here to help give you the tips, tricks, and tools to live your best life. And today, we are talking all about prioritizing. And we're talking about it in a fun way because what's the theme of this new podcast? It's fun. So we're talking about it in a fun way instead of like a hustle culture way. So yeah, I want to ask you what lights you up and what do you keep deprioritizing that is like your main goal, and that's something that you want to do and that you want to achieve for your life. What do you keep putting on the back burner? Because for me, honestly, it was this podcast. And as I said before in a previous episode, I like to think I went on a couple side quests last year, and everything that was in the back of my mind kept bringing me back to this very same podcast. And so that was something that really, really stuck with me of, you know, I think back at the last 2024 as a whole. And as you know, I was busy wedding planning. I was busy with my events side local business. I was busy with my regular 9-to-5 job, all the things in between. And I kept putting this podcast on the back burner. And I did episodes here and there, maybe once a month, once every other month. So it never really fully took a stop. But it definitely took a little bit of a hiatus. And that really kind of brought me to think about what else other people might be putting on the back burner that truly is something that they love and something that they want to achieve in their life. So, of course, as you can tell, I'm here. I'm going full force. We have a new name. We have a new vibe. We have all the new things. We have new media channels to get it out. And we're going all in. We're not stopping. We're not holding back. We're not second guessing. We're just going for it, baby. And so that's what I want to bring to you. That's what I want to challenge you and have you think about. Is it something career related? Is it something in your current job? Do you want a new job? Do you want a new position? Do you love your current job, but you want to become like an expert in your field? Is it something relationship-wise? Are you in a relationship that you want to make better? Do you want to spend more quality time with that person? Do you want to really dive in and really support them and what's important to them? Do you want to maybe get a partner in life? Maybe you're on the dating train and then you stopped because you were getting really discouraged. Do you want to put yourself out there again? Try again. It's not all bad out there. I promise you, you will find your one. And that's coming from somebody that, of course, just got married last year. So, of course, I love my husband very, very much. But I really, truly believe that there is somebody for everyone out there and that you can find them. You just got to sort through the weeds a little bit, and you might even go on a little side quest or two, but eventually you will find it. You will achieve it. Same thing if it's, say, buying a car, buying a home. Maybe it's a personal fitness goal and you kind of got derailed from it last year because life gets in the way. Maybe that's something that you really, really want to prioritize this year. And I challenge you to just take 5 minutes out of your day to put some thought into that and put some thought and some effort behind whatever you want to do. Even if it's, so say you want a new job. Say you spend 5 minutes looking on LinkedIn every day and you save a couple jobs. You don't even have to apply for them right then. Maybe you just save the links or email them to yourself or something. Or say it's you want to raise at work. Maybe you spend 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day writing down things that you've accomplished over the last year or 2 years or 3 years that you've been there. Same thing with fitness. Doing 5 sit-ups is better than doing no sit-ups, going for a 10-minute walk is better than not going for a walk at all. It's this all or nothing mentality that really kind of gets us stumbling in life, and it helps us, backtrack. Honestly, it really helps us backtrack because we're really having this massive emphasis on, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the courage, I don't have the support. And if you just put in those little nuggets of effort, those will add up. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Same thing. How do you fill a jar with sand? 1 grain at a time. If you just keep adding, and if you've read the book Atomic Habits, you might know about habit stacking. That's one of my very, very early on episodes. I literally think it was I don't know, like within the first month maybe of the podcast, I talked about habit stacking. And that's, incorporating something into your daily routine that you already do. So say your goal is you want to walk 5 minutes a day. And say you're not walking any right now, but you want to walk 5 minutes a day. And say you already go to your mailbox to get your mail every day. You can take that mailbox, take laps around that damn mailbox, take laps around the driveway, take laps around the block. Whatever that is, just set a timer. Set a very, very quick timer, and that's better than nothing. And that kind of gets you in the mindset of saying, hey, I am that person that walks every day, that cares about my health, that cares about my fitness. Same thing, even if you mess up, and say you want to eat healthier, and you had a giant cinnamon roll for breakfast, and then for lunch you had, Taco Bell. And then say for dinner, half of you is kind of like, screw it, I'm just going to have, McDonald's for dinner, or I'm going to have like a big old thing of pasta for dinner or whatever. And then say the other half of you is like, you can still redeem yourself. You can still do something good for dinner. Maybe you want a chicken breast with like a little bit of pasta on the side. You can still mix and match. It doesn't have to be this like die hard, go get 'em mentality, because I will tell you, you will burn out. If you just go full on head first, like into something that you've never done before, you will subconsciously self-sabotage yourself because your brain is not used to thinking that you are the person that does that. Your brain's used to thinking that you are the person that orders Taco Bell DoorDash for dinner, even though your mind is like, wow, I could really use just like a plain chicken breast and some green beans. And your default is ordering that DoorDash. Meanwhile, you have the chicken breast in the fridge. You can even put it in the crock pot. Put it in the crock pot while you're doing other things at home. Put it in the crock pot while you're running to the store, while you're dropping your kid off at practice. Do something that is gonna enhance your life, and it doesn't have to match up exactly with what your end goal is. You can just take those little bitty stair steps, and then it takes note in your brain of, you can do it. You build up that courage, you build up that positivity, and you keep doing it. Same thing, you might be the queen of saving jobs on LinkedIn if you're looking for a new job. Maybe you take 5 minutes and you actually apply to a job. Or maybe you take 5 minutes and redo your resume, update it. And you don't have to have this big long task list. If you're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna take me an hour. Okay, well, if you do 10 minutes today and 10 minutes tomorrow, that's, 20 minutes that you knocked out already of that hour. You can do it. You don't have to wait a whole nother week. So if that's something that you're passionate about, and if it's fitness, relationships, if it's, I'm trying to think of anything else that like would be a good example of real life. If it's, say, a home project, maybe, you can't halfway paint a wall in a day because it might look kind of crazy. I don't know. If you've done it, let me know. But if there's something, say you want to like clean out the garage or redo the garage, you can organize one bin of stuff. You can put one corner of Goodwill items or to donate, You can take 5 shirts out of the closet that you don't wear anymore that you can give to a friend. You can take those little tiny steps to keep telling yourself and build that momentum. And the more you build that momentum, it's literally like a snowball, guys. Like it's the biggest effect. And that's what I'm trying to do here with this podcast. So as you've seen, I've been posting Instagram, I've been posting TikToks, I've been posting YouTubes, like I've been doing all the things. And I feel like I sound like a 70-year-old when I say on the YouTubes, but, I'm diving in, and I know some days are going to be a little bit busier than others. Some days I'm going to be working late. Some days I'm going to be out with friends, out with my husband. Some days, I'm just not going to feel like it, and that's okay. And so when you get in that momentum, if you do have a chunk of time, or if you do have, the energy at that moment, keep going. Keep building it up. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm recording these episodes. I'm doing it ahead of time. So the days that I'm busy, I already have that episode ready to go. I'm using the same episode for my Instagram reels, for my TikTok videos. I'm splitting it up into different videos. So one episode might be 10 different videos. You can life hack yourself into making you the person that meets your goals, whatever that goal may be. If it's a relationship, maybe it's taking 5 extra minutes to connect with your spouse. Maybe it's, asking them how their day was if you don't normally ask about their day. Or maybe it's really like putting down the phone and asking how their day was and not just like halfway listening. Or if you're in the car, maybe you're not like listening to a podcast, or maybe you're not listening to the radio. Maybe you actually like talk about your day, talk about the kids, talk about the dogs, talk about the weather, whatever, if that's your goal to connect with somebody. Or maybe you, if you're looking for love, maybe you get on the dating apps, swipe for 5 minutes, take 10 minutes to make a profile. Even if you've done it before and it hasn't worked. There's new people out there every single day. I guarantee you, you will find somebody. Go sit at a coffee shop. Go sit at a bar. Go sit at a brewery. Put yourself out there and in places that you can go ahead and meet people. And you got to get creative. You can't just, wish and save posts on Instagram of the person that you want to be, because you're going to end up in the same damn spot that you were before. And like I said, if you take side quests, that's okay too. Once again, I took side quests last year and here I am. I'm back home. It really feels like you guys are my home. You're my passion. I hope to make you my career. And this is where we're at. I had it in the back of my mind every single time. I'm like, I really still want to make a podcast episode. I want to get on YouTube. I want to get on more directories. Like, that is my goal. And we're bringing it back. We're here. We're doing it. So think about what you have been deprioritizing and putting on the back burner, and do it for yourself. Literally, be selfish. Do it for nobody but yourself, because you want to and because you enjoy it. If it's self-care, if you want to go get your hair done, save up the money if you don't have the money right now. Or if you do have the money right now, call that salon, make that appointment, go on Pinterest, get that hairstyle you want. You have the power to do it. A lot of times you just choose not to, or you get bogged down by the day-to-day and you don't want to anymore. So you gotta push past the uncomfortable, and you gotta make that little bit of extra effort, but I promise you it will pay off, y'all. So stay tuned. Ride this ride with me, guys. I hope you're enjoying the Blonde Cafe. I really am, and I really feel good about this rebrand. So thank you for coming along with the ride, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.